Okay. I should be blast. Okay. It should be good now. It should be good now. So let me see if I can share this screen right here. I should be able to share the screen using this right here. Okay, I'm good there. Okay. The computer. Dang it. Okay, I'm updating my stuff. Conscious healing. Yeah. Sometimes you just I'm not computer savvy, okay? So stay with me. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So we talking about no volume. You all can hear me? Okay, but can you hear me on YouTube, Miranda? Hey Marsha, thank you. It's my amethyst. It's taking this so long. Hey Dramisha. Okay, you all can hear me. Somebody said no sound, no volume. Okay. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Cool. Hey Michelle. So hey Chesney. I'm uploading the my slide, and here it is at the stage. Let me know if you can see my slide. Hey, listen. So if you guys want to come on my YouTube and watch my slideshow, it might be better for you. Okay. So what I explain this right here, because I want to explain this right here. I want to explain this right here because so if you want go on YouTube, my YouTube is conscious Kirk, conscious with a K. So you can see my slideshow. Okay. My slideshow. Thank you. Can you all see the my screen with the thing the stuff I'm gonna use? If you want to see my slideshow, go ahead and go. Okay, good. Thank you, Miranda. Go ahead and go over to YouTube, and my slideshow is up, and it should be a lot better here because you can see it for yourself. I don't have to keep reading and explaining and going in details. Okay, so go to my YouTube. My YouTube is Conscious Kirk, Kon. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. I didn't know you were still there. Go to my YouTube and check me out on YouTube. Okay. All right. So this is called the ancient healing. Okay. The ancient healing. This is how our healing begin. Or this is how we heal. This is how I use this information to unblock my energies. Okay. A lot of us are blocked. Let me start over. A lot of us are blocked. A lot of us are going through hell. A lot of us are financially, emotionally, spiritually. Your words are blocked. Your mind is blocked. You feel alone. You feel lonely. You feel shut off. You feel like you're not heard. You feel misunderstood. You feel judged. You feel a whole bunch of stuff. And oftentimes it's because we are blocked. And so sometimes you feel pain in your back and in your knees, and you keep going to get it checked out, and you can't find nothing is wrong. The doctors can't find anything wrong. Your stomach, your womb is messed up. You keep bleeding internally. A whole lot of things is happening, but nobody can find anything wrong with you. And so oftentimes, and when I deal with my clients, I know which one is blocked based on certain symptoms that they're having. And this is why the doctors can't help you sometimes. They really can't help you. They don't know what the hell is going on because the way how you feel, right? The way how you feel, how the anger you carry, sometimes it's the grudge that you are carrying, right? Sometimes is your unforgiveness that you haven't forgiven yet. Sometimes it's your guilt that you are experiencing. All them things is what messes us up, and we don't understand how does those things interfere with our healing and also with your dating. Okay, because those things that you carry, everything that you carry. Um, I see address on your live on YouTube. Is it? I don't even know. Everything that you carry still you carrying over the anger, the sadness, the guilt, this the all these things affect the way how who you entertain, who you gonna be with, how you gonna heal. And so we don't know. And so until it shows up in our body, so I'm gonna give you some symptoms of what where you are blocking and why you might keep attracting those same people. Do you notice that you attract the same people everywhere you go? You attract the same people, or should I say you are drawn to the same person on a regular basis? Now, this is the root chakra right here. This is the root chakra. Okay. Um, the root chakra, is blocked listen, if you want to see, please go ahead and you can see my setup on YouTube, so you can see the screen, so I don't have to, keep staying here for long. Okay. Um, so this right here, your root chakra. Here's the symptoms right here. This is located in the base of your spine. Okay. This is what you're gonna experience if your root chakra is out, right? If you and oftentimes is when we grew up in a home where there was abuse, where there was physical abuse, where there was neglect, right? Where there was financial struggles, especially financial struggles. Good evening. Um, and so when we grew up in a home like that, on that level, what happens? We're gonna experience a lot of this stuff right here. Okay. When you experience this right here, it attracts the person that you date. It the people that you date is gonna always be based on security, the things that you need from them. Okay. The things that you need from them. And you're gonna always be stuck in a relationship where you can't leave. Because if you leave, your security is gonna be messed up. Right. So you can't go nowhere. So you have to heal that part of you and feel secure first. You have to feel secure before you date. If you don't feel secure before you date, you're going to end up in some abusive relationship where somebody make you feel even more insecure. Okay. Remember, what you feel is what you attract. So if you feel lonely, you attract a situation or a relationship that makes you and keep you feeling lonely. If you feel unsafe, you're going to attract people or that partner in your life that's going to keep you unsafe. You only attract that which you are. You cannot go from feeling unsafe and attract somebody in safety. That's not how it works. You can't go from unsafe and feeling and attracting somebody who keeps you safe. It's two different alignments. Okay. Based on energy, energy is only dealing with alignment. Energy is only within alignment. So if you experience this right here, sciatica, constipation on a regular basis, you can't use the bathroom at all, you can't shit, you can't take a dump, right? You can't focus, you can't sit your ass still, right? You're feeling ungrounded, you're completely off grounded. You don't feel like you are there. Like you feel like you don't know where you're at. You're shaky. Everything moves. You're always depressed. Understand your root chakra is off balance. This is not the when you meet people at when you meet people here, when you meet people right here in this frequency, understand this is the worst time because they are attracted to you when you are lost. They are drawn to you when you feel unstable. They are drawn to you when your energy is low. They are drawn to you when you have issues. They are drawn to you in this state. When people are drawn to you in this state, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. When folks are drawn to you in this state, let your antennas set up. Does that make sense? When people are drawn to you in this state, when you are tired, you are drained, you're frustrated, let that let something stick out because I promise you right now, is going to be some type of abuse. Has anybody ever been in a relationship where you started out in a situation where you was tired and drained and frustrated? What's up, Luther? Right? Frustrated. You ain't got no money. You ain't got nothing. You feel. And do you notice that it makes you feel worse? They will keep you trapped. They will hold on. They will hold on to you and dangle this thing over you. Everything. You can't leave. All your chakras be off. Can all your chakras be off balance? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All of them. The majority of people today, the majority of their chakras are off because we don't balance them. We really don't. We don't because we don't understand because we are so quick to run to the doctor. We are so quick to run to the hospital, but we're not quick to go in on the inside. If you don't learn to go on the inside when it comes to your dating and relationship or when it comes to your health, if you don't go on the inside, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something here. And oftentimes, unfortunately, that's what we do. I don't know today's. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. So yeah, will be expressed as an attraction to people who will reflect your most feared aspect of self-worth, trust. Indeed, 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 indeed. You got to be careful. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? So, what am I saying? I'm saying to be careful. Okay. The next chakra, the next chakra is a sacral chakra. This is where we have most of the problems. Your sacral chakra. This is the chakra that is right below your navel. Okay, the energy center is right below your navel. Okay, your navel, below your navel. It's the area that represents or control, especially your sexual area. Right. I was talking to my friend today, and she was saying she never understood men, why men, yeah, Sonny, why men have this strong sexual, always want sex, always looking for sex. Everything's about sex, sex, sex. And oftentimes, and it's not a man thing, it's a human thing. Oftentimes, what happens is a lot of us become this, especially if you've been sexually abused at a young age, if you begin to open to sex at an early age, if you have been sexually abused, if you start looking at porn and all that, if you was open to all those information early, oftentimes your sacral chakra might be dysfunctional. It might be too overactive. And your sacral chakra, many of us, when we experience that, we haven't healed. Many of us haven't healed that area. Unfortunately, we haven't healed that area. And a lot of times, why somebody asked me the other day, why do I keep attracting everybody and all they want is sex? Well, this right here, your energy is speaking very loud. Not that you're a bad person. It's not because you try to. It's not because you try to want sex, right? It's not because you try to, you are horny and all them stuff. Hey, sunshine, right? And it's not because you are bad or you mean bad. It's not because you try to. Some because when she asked me, why is it that everybody, when I talk to them, all they talk about the sex? They're ready for sex. They're ready for sex. They're always talking about sex. Everybody who come to me is always about sex. Why is it sex? Why? Because oftentimes you are blocked in that area and they are reading sex. Sometimes they are blocked in that area and they could only recognize sex. And so oftentimes, why do you keep attracting those same people? Because most of the times you are blocked there too, right? Most of the times you are blocked there too. I'm live on Facebook right now, Sunshine. I'm live on Facebook right now. Go to my YouTube channel. I'm live right there right now. And so oftentimes you have to understand a lot of us have unhealed trauma in that area. A lot of us have unhealed trauma in that area right there. And how do you know when it's blocked? Constipation, right? Urinary problems, kidney infections, okay? Back pain, irregular menstruation, all these cysts in your ovaries and all them things, infertility, impotency, depression, fear and insecurity, jealousy, low self-esteem, you feel alone and isolated, right? You have an addicted behavior. And a lot of times addiction is a very huge indication that that area is blocked. Okay. Now, if you're blocked in this area, you're gonna after you're gonna realize that you have a very is it that you have a very high sex drive or you have no sex drive at all. It's overactive or it doesn't exist. So after, a lot of people are going to see that you have a very high sex drive and they're going to drawn to you. They're going to be drawn to you for sex. A lot of folks are going to be drawn to you just for sex and they don't understand why. They don't know why. Why is it? What's happening? Why do you keep seeing sex? And after a while, you stop because you don't make sense. But I want you to look at this and understand that sometimes, right? Sometimes you just might have stuff in there in that area that you haven't fixed yet. You haven't healed yet. You haven't released yet. You haven't forgiven yet. And so it it affects the way how we date. It affects the way how we have relations. A matter of fact, one of the things that you're going to see when this area is blocked is a high level of emotional baggage. You ever hear somebody say, "I am always so emotional. I am very extremely sensitive," and oftentimes This is where your emotion sits, in that area. And so if this is not balanced, your emotions, all that crying, all that this, all that fear, all that jealousy, that's why it's so strong, because we still have an imbalance in that area. And so we have to learn that we have to clear that out. Why do you keep attracting those high sexual abusive men and women? Is because we have blockage in this area. Remember, these blockages change or influence who we attract or who we are um, drawn to. Sometimes it's not what you attract, it's what you are drawn to. Because we attract everything, right? But you notice certain things in your vibration. You notice certain things. Those are the ones who pull you even faster. Listen, some people, as soon as you meet somebody, as soon as you meet someone else, they're already talking about sex. You can't stand it. Does that make sense to you? Who does this happen to? Does this happen to you? You meet somebody, and as soon as you met them, they go straight about send you pictures and bringing up sex, and they're ready to talk about sex, and you think something is wrong with you. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with you. It's just a blockage. And a lot of men experience this blockage right here, and we haven't healed that part. Especially, not get me wrong, both of us, both genders, but talking about the men, a lot of us, we were too open or into porn and all them things at an early age, and we haven't healed that part, so it's very overactive and it's working too much. The one that brought it up. Really? Well, hell, I bet they love that. But when you see yourself in this right here, you might want to check yourself and see if you have healed that part of you, okay? And if you haven't, it's okay. But there's ways. One of the things that happen to a lot of women is the cyst in their ovaries always have fibroids. Your menstruation is always extreme. The pain in your womb is always extreme. Is always happening. It just never stops. And so you have to question something is blocked in the area. And if you can relate or correlate that pain or that issue to how you was maybe sexually abused or and stuff like that, then is my YouTube freezing? Listen, if my YouTube is freezing, I think I'm gonna be done for today. It's not freezing. Okay, so it's not freezing. Okay, okay, so I'm good. Am I good on YouTube? Let me I know the weather here is a little rough, so maybe it's the weather. I hope it's not. Can you all see me good? Cheston, you mean it is freezing or it is good? Okay, I'm good. Okay, thank you. Hey Scorpion, how you doing? All right. So when you see this happening right here, you gotta question: is it all the men or is it me that's still blocked? Okay, you do it fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So if you have issues in this area, you might be attracting a whole bunch of horny ass men, a bunch of emotional men, a bunch of men who don't deal with emotions. Okay, you might be attracting. My YouTube is freezing. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hey Star, how you doing? So you might be attracting a whole bunch of feminine men. Let's just put it there. Okay. The next one is the solar plexus. Your solar plexus, the color is yellow. Okay, thank you, Scorpion. The color is yellow. This is the yellow. This is what people can't wear. A lot of people can't wear this color, right? A lot of you don't feel comfortable wearing this color, yellow. If you put that color on your skin, you feel weird. Okay. But when you have a blockage here, this is talking about your self-esteem. Okay. This is talking about your self-esteem. This is talking about your physical and emotional power, your sense of purpose and who you are, your identity. This is what the solar plexus does. Now, if you are blocked here, what you're going to experience is you're going to experience a bunch of digestion issues, feeling powerless. You're going to be very control. Have you ever met with somebody who's very extremely controlling? Our freezing is fine. It does ill. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Miranda. Right? You're going to have a lack of willpower, poor self-image, a lack of confidence, really insecure about you physically, especially physically. You're going to be lazy as hell, always tired, lack of motivation, and you're going to be needy. Also be a victim. You're going to have the victim mentality. Now, we think We think having a victim mentality is because you have been to some things has happened to you, and all these things. And I'm telling you, it's because there's a blockage. And maybe you have been to some things that allow your chakra to be blocked. But it's time, if you are being in a relationship and this is blocked, man, people will victimize you because you feel like you already feel like a victim. So you will be victimized more and more. You already feel insecure. You don't even know who you are. You're gonna feel no sense of purpose. And when you dating like this, if you're looking for a man or a woman in this state, it's gonna draw you to a predator. They're gonna prey on you because this energy is very loud. They're gonna prey on you so bad and you don't understand why. And then it makes you reaffirm the belief system that you are a victim, that everybody just wants to use you. Okay? Because I don't know how to do TikTok. I don't know how to do TikTok stuff. I'm not. Listen, when it comes to social media, I'm not the best when it comes to these type of stuff. I only know how to go click on live. I don't know how to do all them things. And to be honest, I don't really want to know because I don't know. Maybe it's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm just a speaker. I should have a team who does this. I'm just a talker. I don't know how to do all them other stuff, and I don't even try to be honest with you. But I'm saying if you experience this right here, if you experience these type of symptoms, you gotta be very careful. And when you meet somebody, right? Now understand this right here. Now imagine this. You have a poor self-image, right? Imagine you have a poor self-image, right? You have no willpower. You have excessive laziness. Okay? Imagine you have excessive laziness. Imagine if you are always needy. And imagine if you have a victim mentality and somebody is always in your face talking about, hey, beautiful. Listen, be aware. Because if you're in this energy, you're not attracting somebody who actually thinks that you are the shit. Because the way how you feel, it comes off of you. The way how you feel comes out of your pores. The way how you feel and express that energy, it comes out. It's very strong. And when a man or a person is in their powerful phase, their relaxed phase, their peaceful phase, they're not looking at you. They ain't looking at you. I promise you, they're not looking at you. And who loves this is those men or women who takes advantage of you because you're already feeling weak, you're already feeling lazy, you're already feeling tired, like a victim. You're already feeling like you have you're poor, your lack of self-esteem, no confidence. And so who is drawn to anyone there is just predators. If you are in this state, the predators will be on your ass like a lion on a buffalo. And so when you are in this state, you see, a lot of times we are in this dating place, right? We are in this dating pool, and the way how we feel about ourselves, you don't even understand why you keep attracting the shit that you keep attracting. The way how you look at yourself, you're not realizing why you keep attracting what you are attracting because your energy is strong and they can pick it up. And so when you are in this state, I get it. But if I already feel needy, and if I already feel like I have no self-esteem, and if I already feel like I have no discipline, and I already feel like I'm drained, why should somebody come and make it worse? Listen, this is animal kingdom. Why would a lion prey on the weakest zebra? Why? Because you are the easiest target, right? Why does a lion prey on the one that's hurt? Why? Because it don't have to do much work. There's no work that needs to be done. And so, of course, you're going to be the first. Does that make sense? That's just what it is. You are going to be desirable. You're going to be wanted. Hey, D, you are going to be loved a lot, but you are going to be used a lot. And this is why your victim mentality is going to stand out. So when you are in this state, you have to be careful of how you date. Wait, so what, Miranda? I didn't see what you said. Screenshot of each chart. That's it. Oh man, Miranda is all right. I don't think it's that serious. But you can though. I mean, but I don't think it's that serious. I don't even know how to do it. Oh. But that's what happens. So you got to be very careful. All right. So let's go with it. So again, this color is Actually, I didn't say which color was the last one. The sacral chakra is orange. You're gonna be. I invited you, Miranda. Um, the one that we did earlier, the sacral chakra, where I would say the majority of women would have issues with or issues in, is that area, especially because that's your womb space. All right, that's your womb space. So I would tell you that the color is orange. You will probably be drawn to orange and all these things. All right. Um, and so the next one is the one that counts, is the strongest one. Okay. Oh, good, Miranda. Let's go to the hard one. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. This one, this next one is your heart chakra. This is where things happen. This is where a lot of people get lost. This is what happens to a lot of us as we become adults when we got broken hearts, where we're being disappointed, where we are being hurt, where we are being left, ghosted, divorced, broken up, and all them things. This is where a lot of work has to be done. Okay. Now, I had a client once that had a high level of high blood pressure. After a week or so, her blood pressure dropped very much so because I assisted her with the way how she breathed and with that and helping her heart chakra get energy. Okay, perfect, Miranda, perfect. That's amazing. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. Shoot. Thank you, Miranda. That's very helpful. Damn, that's kind of interesting how you do that. I don't know why you didn't tell me about that earlier, Miranda. Damn, like why you didn't tell me about that earlier? I could have been doing that. Thank you, Miranda. I appreciate you. Um, and so I didn't see. I didn't see. Um, so somebody say I'm freezing again. Am I freezing still? Am I good? Am I good on YouTube, Miranda? Okay. 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 Thank you so much. Because I know my it's raining outside, so I know it has maybe might affect my system. Okay. So the heart chakra. Hey, Black Butterfly. The heart chakra is where we fall short in. This right here is one of the most important chakras. I ain't gonna lie. Is what I would say is the most me personally. I would say is one of the most important chakras because this is the one that um could start up everything else. Right. This is the center chakra. Is in your heart. It's in your chest, the center of your chest. And with this chakra right here, a lot of us experience life. And as we experience life, we're gonna realize that people are gonna disappoint us. People are gonna leave us, or parents are gonna leave us, or sometimes, or just break our hearts. Our husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends are gonna disappoint us. And every time we get disappointed, our heart breaks. And every time our heart breaks, we this heart chakra is gonna struggle. Now, this is where we have issues with. If your heart chakra is blocked, these are the things that you're gonna experience. High blood pressure is one of these things that happen a lot of times. Okay, respiratory issues because again, your heart chakra is your lungs are right there, your heart is right here, and all these areas right here. So this is a very important part. Okay, okay. Thank you, Karen. This is a very important part right here. Your heart chakra is very important because everything around your heart, this lights up. Okay, so you got to be careful. Hey, Miss Price, good to see you. I thought you was napping after you ate. So respiratory issues, cardiovascular problems, you're gonna lack empathy, you're gonna be overly critical, you're gonna feel antisocial or feeling withdrawal, you're gonna be overly demanding of others. What do we see these days? People who are overly demanding of others. Isn't that what you see all the time? People who are always overly demanding. I demand this, and this is why relationships don't work because we are too demanding of others, right? No sense of personal boundaries. A lot, yes, entitlement. A lot of us have no boundaries. Why? Our heart chakras. You see, we think I have a good heart, but yet you have no boundaries. That it is not. That means you have a weakened heart, right? Um, Tendency to play the victim. Understand this. When your heart is when your heart chakra is weak, sometimes you're going to be drawn to the color green a lot. Green is going to be one of your favorite colors. Or when you love, or when you love and you have empathy. Remember, your trust and your love also comes from these chakras. Your love and your trust comes from this area. Love and trust. Many of us don't trust nobody and we don't love nobody. And even more is hard to experience love from others. It's hard to be, it's hard to give love because you feel like it's scary. When love begins to feel scary, your heart chakra is blocked. A lot of us walking around here with blocked hearts, just blocked. We can't give love, we can't receive love. We can't even think about love. It's scary. It makes you want to throw up. And so many of us, if your heart chakra is closed, if you experience these symptoms, your upper back pain, right? Chest pain, your chest is always tight. You can't breathe all the time. You have problems with your respiratory issue. When you see yourself in that condition, listen, this is affecting who is drawn to you because your heart will bring back some shit to you, man. Your heart will bring back some crazy ass folks to you. It would bring back some crazy ass folks to you because you have to understand it is the strongest organ. It's the strongest chakra. So when something is going out and it's not love and it's not peace and it's not trust, it's something else going out. And whatever is going out, because a lot of us, the reason why we can't heal the heart is because you can't forgive. If you can't forgive, you can't heal the heart. Hey, Queen, how you doing, Queen of Queen? If you can't forgive, you can't heal the heart. If you can't love, you can't heal the heart. And many of you, since the heart has been broken, you don't want to love again. If you can't love again, your heart chakra cannot experience, it cannot be open. That love won't flow. It's the bridge for the upper and lower chakras. So we have to learn, man. A lot of us are stuck right here. It's been stuck. We have been stuck there for a long time. We can't love, we can't meet nobody with love. And a matter of fact, if your heart is closed, you're going to attract people in your lower chakras. It's going to be based on sex, right? So this is your heart, your lower chakras is down here. You're going to attract people based on these chakras. A matter of fact, if your heart is closed, if your heart is closed, oftentimes, that means the energy don't go up past, it doesn't go up to the heart. It goes from so number one, your energy starts right here, your root chakra. Okay, it goes up to your sacral chakra and it goes up to your solar plexus chakra. If this is blocked, what it does, it go back down to this chakra, then go back down to this chakra, then go back down to this chakra, and then go back up. Okay, so it's recycled energy. That's why you're tired. That's why you're always tired. You're tired. You're always sleepy. At about 1, 2 p.m. each day, you're tired and drained. You can't stay awake at work because energy is being recycled. It's not going up. Energy move up and it goes out. Come back down to your base of your spine. In your root chakra, goes up to your sacral, solar plexus, your heart, your throat chakra, third eye, out your crown. Come back up. If your heart is blocked, it's not going up there. It's recycling. And so when it begins to recycle, what? You are going to attract people who don't like themselves, who don't love themselves, who are using you, who are abusers, disrespect, because your heart is not sending out the right signal. Does that make sense? Also, food, it does. It really does. So if your heart is broken, you have to learn. You have to figure it out. You have to open up your heart. You have to be brave and love again. And when I say love again, it doesn't mean that you got to be with someone else. It doesn't mean that you have to start a new relationship. It doesn't mean that you have to be with somebody, and it means that you have to love. That's what it means. And we are adults and we know what love means. We have to love. Stop being so damn afraid. Because if you don't lose your heart, you don't protect your heart. Check this out. You don't protect your heart by not using it. Some of you think that you're protecting your heart. You cannot protect your heart by not using it. You hear me? Now, some of you say, I protect my heart because I love myself. You don't love yourself because if love is in yourself, love is what goes out of yourself. If love is in there, love is out there. If love is in there, love would go out. If anger is in there, anger goes out. If happiness is in there, it goes out. Peace is in there, peace goes out. Same thing with love. If love is in there, love will come out. But love don't come out. What come out is aggression, fear, insecurities, and pride. And you all know what I'm talking about. This is our generation of dating. This is how people are in relationships now. It's not love, it's insecurities, it's demands, it's entitledness, it's a bunch of pride and ego. It ain't love. And so now relationships don't work because everybody is blocked. Everybody is so blood clot blocked. Everybody is blocked. You say, how did I learn this? I've been studying it for many years. Is what I do, is what I teach, is what I've been doing for years. So that's how I learned. I have clients and I have had many clients and I have data. I have collected many data. So that's how I learned. Okay. I've done it myself. I've done the work myself. I went through it. I've done the work, and then my clients that and then the studies. So I've done a lot of this type of work. What's up, Trish? How are you doing? So that's how I learn it. Keep your heart with all your vigilance. Far from it flow the fall from it flow the spring of life. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So we have to be aware, man. A lot of us are blocked, our hearts, and some of you can't forgive yourself. Do you know when your heart is blocked? It's very hard to forgive. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. When your heart is blocked, it is so hard to forgive. And I know I've been here for a minute on this heart chakra. When your heart is blocked, forgiveness is a task of yourself, of others. A matter of fact, you might prioritize certain forgiveness, right? The worst ones, the best ones. When your heart is blocked, forgiveness is a whole job. You can't do it. When your heart is blocked, peace is impossible. It's impossible. When your heart is blocked, man, listen, the joy that comes, the love that you give, and trust, that's a threat. How we doing, Ethereal Queen? When your heart is blocked, trust in somebody else. You want me to trust? Every time you say trust, you want to throw up. You can't. You can't. So you're attracting a bunch of people whose hearts are closed to because your heart is closed. So you're not choosing people from love. You're choosing from survival. Because that energy that you have, if your heart is closed, oftentimes you're in survival. Because if your heart is closed and you're not using it to love and to do the higher vibrational things, then you are just surviving. If you're not loving, you are just surviving. And I want us to understand this. If you are not loving, if you are not actively loving, you are barely surviving. That means you are in survival energy because your energy is not flowing up. So therefore, your heart, your lungs, and all these areas don't get that energy that it needs to prosper. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna have a need for sex. You're gonna need for money, right? And listen, nobody wants relationship. Just give me a job. As long as I got my money and my this, I'm good. As long as I get my bag, I'm good. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like survival. I don't care for love. As long as I get my money, I'm good. Yeah. As long as I get my money, because your heart is closed. Because when your heart is open, man, you realize it's a beautiful life. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you so much. So, if your heart is closed, please, this right here is what you need. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is your throat chakra. This is the one also. This color is blue. How many of us are drawn to the color blue? If your color is blue, let me know. How many of us are drawn to this color right here? Anybody? Your favorite color? You? Yeah. You loving love, inspiration. Blue is the color. Your favorite color is blue? Royal blue? Use green. Okay. Love blue. That's why I talk so damn much. When your color is blue, you talk a lot. Or you don't talk at all. Hey, Tracy. When your favorite color, when you are drawn to that blue, you talk a lot. Jenny ocean blue. You friends up talking a whole lot. Sometimes I'm like, hey, damn, you talk a lot. Sean, you, huh? Yes, it's gonna stay up. Yes, it will stay up. When your color is blue, you talk a whole damn lot, or you don't talk. A matter of fact, when your color is blue, or when you vibrate that blue color, you're gonna oftentimes the reason why you talk so much is because oftentimes you feel misunderstood. Yeah. Oftentimes you feel misunderstood. You feel like you don't know what you mean because somebody made you feel like they don't understand what you were talking about. And so oftentimes you don't know, you feel misheard, especially when you're in relationships. Have you ever been in a relationship where you're not listened to? Like they don't listen to you and you feel like you are unheard. And so you begin to shut your mouth. And as you shut your mouth, you realize you start to have issues in your throat. Your hormones begin to change very quickly. Hell, you might even go through menopause earlier. Your hormones gonna be effed up. Sometimes your hormones is gonna be so effed up that you don't even realize. Sometimes you start to develop all that thyroid issues because now you have shit to say, but you can't say it because you feel judged for saying. Have you ever been in a relationship where you can't really speak because if you speak, you feel judged for speaking, and so you rather keep your mouth shut, and so now you swallow your truth, and when you swallow your truth, what happens? You suffer. That's why I'm saying, I'm telling you. Listen, when you swallow your truth because somebody that you are with don't want to hear you, oh my God, in hell. And so many of us, we vibrate that blue. My favorite color is blue because you feel unheard. Sometimes you don't do your own truth. So we know the throat chakra is your expression chakra, your communication energy. You speaking the truth, and it makes you feel physically sick. Speaking the truth is very important. Speaking the truth is very important. Speaking the truth is a very vital part of your life. And when you can't speak the truth, especially when we are in abusive relationships, when we can't tell the other person the real truth, it makes us suffer. It messes up our own peace. Yeah, it messes up our own peace. Because when you not speaking your truth to save their peace, but it messes up yours. And so the symptoms of the blockage is the lack of control over your speech. You can't control how you speak. You suck at listening. You become a bad because what? Communication is speaking and listening. Sometimes some of you can speak a lot, but you can't listen for a damn thing. Somebody said women don't listen. Worth a damn. That's what I heard. Is it true? I don't know. Just get louder. Being silenced by abusers, and now I feel blue. Before abuse, I felt purple. Yeah, Jenny. I mean, that's real. That's real. Men don't hear. I heard women don't hear though. But seriously, man, poor listeners. Can singing or humming be a form of therapy for throat chakra? Yes. A matter of fact, singers usually their colors are blue because it's the way how they express themselves. It's your expression chakra. So a lot of singers, their colors are blue. Poets, speakers, they have a very my color is blue. To be honest, one of my strongest colors is blue. Speakers, yeah. Speakers, singers, poets. They express themselves so beautifully. Oh, blue is all out. It's not called the blues for no reason, right? And so oftentimes, man, you have excessive fear of speech. Sometimes you don't want to speak in public. You're scared to speak. You're scared to open your mouth. You have that small that small voice. You have difficulty communicating your feelings, excessive secretiveness or shyness. Is anybody here shy? Very shy? Anybody here is very shy? Headaches, lack of connection with the vocation or purpose in life. Sometimes can't see the whole. You can't see the whole screen. That's it. That's the whole screen right there. It's just a small. It's just small words. You used to be very shy. You're very shy, Scorpion. You have dental issues. Always dental issues. Mouth ulcers. Chronic sore throats. Pain and tension in jaw and neck. It's real. Only when times are wrong. When times are wrong. And oftentimes we have to understand these energies that's blocking us. Understand. Listen, when you have these energies blocked, the people that you would attract in your life will keep them blocked. They will be loud. They will drown your voice. Listen, they will drown your voice out. Heat grinding. Yeah. Hey, Stacy. Yeah. And so we have to learn because, again, the point of this video right here, I'm talking about these blockages and how they affect our dating and relationship life. Now, they affect your health. We know this. They affect your health. But these things affect every part of our lives. They affect our financial life, our relationship lives. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I'm gonna be real with you all. It's not everybody has the same issues. Some people say everybody's struggling financially. Everybody is not struggling financially because everybody is not have a poverty mindset. It's hard to date out there. It's hard to get attract. It's hard to get dates. Everybody don't experience that. Some people get all the dates that they want. Right? It's hard to lose weight. Everybody don't experience that. Some people in their program to be fit. Everybody, and so everybody want to say everybody. We always say everybody is struggling with the same things. Everybody is not struggling with the same things because everybody is not blocked the same way. Everybody is not blocked the same damn way. Listen, I know some people, no matter how bad the economy is, financially they are good. No matter how bad the dating pool is, in dating and relationships, they are good. No matter how bad whatever virus is going around, they are good. And so everybody is not blocked. Everybody's not blocked. And I know that sucks because you want to think that everybody's going through the same. Everybody's not going through the same thing. Everybody's not broke. Everybody's not broken. Everybody don't need healing. Everybody is not sad. Everybody is not hurt. Everybody don't need healing. It's not everybody. Stop saying everybody. It's you. If you need it, go get it. Right? It's you. Sometimes it's just you. And so oftentimes we attract these type of men or women for that reason. Yeah. We attract certain men or women for that reason. Sometimes the way how you are used to doing relationships, you really don't like your own voice. You don't like your own voice. You don't like to speak. You shy. You this. And so, what do you think that you will attract? Somebody who matches that. Keep you in the same, make you even more sick. Losing all this weight, gaining weight, the thyroid issues. Some of us have been in a relationship where somebody silenced you for years. You couldn't even speak. They shut you down. I mean, my throat chakras being on the mend. That's good. What's up, the realist? How you doing? Hey, Stacy. So I'm saying you. So if this is where you blocked, unblock yourself, and you see how there you have the foods that you can eat to help. The foods that you can eat: blueberries, coconut water, herbal teas, honey, lemon. Why do you think when you get a cold or you have a sore throat, they tell you to eat honey and lemon? It helps. These are foods that unblock these energies. You know why God made all these foods into different colors? You know why natural foods come with a whole variety of different colors? It's because each color that you are drawn to is a reason why you are drawn to it. You see, you only want to eat what you like. You only want to focus on the things that you like. When you walk in the grocery store, whatever your eyes go towards the most, buy it. See, God ain't no joke, man. God, God ain't no joke. Listen, God made all these colorful foods: grapes, apples, green apples, red apples, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, pumpkin, mangoes, this and that, and watermelons and cantaloupes, and every single color. And you know why he made all them colorful foods? Is because it helps you with these blockages. You see these blue foods? It helps you with these blockages. It helps you. It gives you the energy that you need to unblock these blockages so that you can live a better life. Listen, when you keep seeing you craving all them apples and strawberries and all them things, eat it. Eat it. There's a reason why you keep noticing it. Yeah, good. There's a reason why you keep noticing it. So that's the throat chakra right there. The next one is the third eye chakra. They're all green. We'll never find them, right? The third eye chakra. This is where people only want to open their third eye. I want to open my third eye. Everybody talk about this chakra. This is the first chakras that we all hear about, the third eye chakra, because everybody talk about this chakra. Man, your third eye ain't open. Purple, Lisa? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Everybody want to open their third eye. Oh, I want to open my third eye. Ooh, I open my third eye. It's not true, you know. People be lying. People be lying, you know. Y'all be believing everybody that everybody says all these spiritual gurus on here be lying to you all. Let's open your third eye chakra. But your root chakra ain't open yet. Who has heard so much about the third eye? Who was always being told to be afraid of the third eye chakra being open? Who was always told that this is demonic and devilish? Who was always told that, oh, this is the best one to open? Who was always told something about this chakra without any other chakras? Who only knew this chakra and no other chakras? Be honest. Because when I started up my journey, I heard this chakra so much. I wanted it to be open too, but it's the worst thing to open first. Don't listen. Don't get me wrong. It's good to balance it, but I'm telling you, you open this chakra right here before you feel safe, before you open your root chakra, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell. But listen, oftentimes a lot of us, our third eye chakra is gone. It's completely unbalanced. And when it's unbalanced, so your third eye chakra is this right here, is this space right here, the center of your is the center of your brow, right here. Okay, right here, center of your brow, where your two eyebrows meet is the center right here, right? It's your third eye, right? It symbolizes perception, sight, intuition, wisdom, creativity, and inspiration. That's what it symbolizes, okay? Right here. That third eye chakra. Purple. Right here. Now a lot of people whose favorite whose favorite color is purple right now? If your favorite color was always purple growing up, let me see your hands. If your favorite color was always purple, let me see your hands. Yeah, you perks. Listen, now this comes with some drawback. Yep. Yep, Miranda, it's classified. This come with some drawback. The realest I see you. Lisa, yours, Lotus, your children, okay. Lakeisha. I ain't gonna lie, this come with some drawback. Now, let me ask you a question. The people who said this their favorite colors, did you grow up with your fathers? Did they grow up with their fathers? If you said that this was your favorite color, did you grow up with your father and your mother in the same house? Especially your father. Or were you no, nope. There's a big correlation. There's a big correlation to not being able to connect. And a lot of times when you grew up in a place where you was looking for a connection that you wasn't able to meet or have, you develop this color of yellow. I mean of purple. When you was growing up looking for a connection with the one who loves you the most or the one who's supposed to love you the most, especially your mom or your father, those close people, oftentimes a lot of people grow up with the color purple. I've done some studies into this, and it's just data. Now, it's not everybody, but a lot of times that has a strong correlation to this right here. Okay, I call this the connection chakra. That's what I call it, based on my data, based on my own studies, my own observation. This is connection, how you connect to everything in this universe. Okay, is this purple? And oftentimes, many of us we cannot connect to men or women properly. Many of us, we suck when it comes to connecting with other humans. Many of us, we suck when it comes to connecting with anything else besides ourselves. We just have a bad connection style and we blame everybody else. Is everybody is messed up, everybody is evil, everybody is bad. So I cannot connect with anyone else. But you don't understand that you are the one who's blocked because we are all connected regardless. And when you feel alone, like you're the only one who living here. You're the only one who understands you. You are the only one who sees you. You are the only one who that's then some you have to realize that you are disconnected from the creator. Been wide open for years. Things be walking around. I'm telling you. Yeah. I wear my chakra bracelet, but they didn't get the full meaning. Yeah, man. All them colors mean something. It brings balance. And so the symptoms of blockage is feeling stuck in the daily grind. You have a bunch of fantasies, just you live a bunch of fantasies. Not being able to establish a vision for oneself and realize it. So no vision. Okay, it's hard to have a vision. Rejection of everything spiritual or beyond the usual. You reject everything spiritual. Not being able to see the greater picture. You don't see the greater picture. You feel stuck, D? Yeah, right? Lack of clarity. Always confused. Always have migraines and headaches. Oftentimes, what the most popular things that I've seen in my clients when it comes to this color is sinuses. Is always blocked in this area because what? Your third eye is right here. And if your third eye is right here, this areas, your ears, your nose, your eyes are affected, okay? And so your eyes are gonna be bad, your ears, you're gonna be ringing in your ears, sinus issues, sinus drip, pressure in your forehead, pressure in your and so migraines. This is the biggest thing that I've seen. So the people who say their favorite colors is yellow. Do you have issues with sinus problems? The ones who said their colors was purple. You have headaches constantly? Yeah, man. Always had ear, nose, and throat issues going up. Yeah. If your favorite color is purple, does this make sense to you? Because when our colors are purple, when we lack connection early in life, listen, it affects us in ways that we don't understand, man. And allergies for me. Yep, allergies and sinuses. Yep. Love purple. This described me to a T, but I also like red, purple. Okay, good, good, good. Because I mean, listen, it's really new. And so usually, you know what I do? Usually when I coach people, we started off with the colors just to start things off with. Hey, what's your favorite color? Okay, got you. And then I listen to what you're saying because oftentimes everything is connected. Because we don't have favorite colors. What we have is colors that we are drawn to subconsciously. We have colors that of the energy of the colors make us feel a certain way, and certain energies make us feel a certain way. Certain energies brings happiness, or certain colors bring peace or happiness or creativity and all these things to us. And so based on your favorite color is the one that sometimes you need the most, or the ones that you experience in the strongest, the one that's being blocked. But based on how you speak, I can tell which one is off. Drawn to yellow, blue, and purple. Yeah. So, poor vision, seizures, sciatica. Purple is your answer. People who love purple always appear to be very happy. My favorite colors are blue and green, but I normally wear black. Mine headache, neck pain, and random moments of tinnitus. What about if you like silver? Now, I mean, that's silver is more of, well, silver is more for gray. Gray and black and those colors are not really chakra colors, but based on what you experience, I can figure out what it means. Um, Gray is like that dullness. Gray is a dull color, man. Yeah, gray's a dull color. But this right here, so these are the chakras that you got. This right here affects the way how you date. This affects the way how you date. It really affects the way you date. Um, if you block in these areas, you're gonna attract somebody oftentimes with no goals in life, right? Who wears or likes wear. Many people do. Many folks do. Ex perception, perspective. And so again, when these areas are blocked, who you date, right? When these areas are blocked, who you date changes. Who you date, who you are drawn to changes. And so you have to be aware. Now listen, the last chakra is this one, but I won't go into the crown chakra because Lord, this right here is the last one. This one right here, the crown chakra becomes balanced when the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra is balanced. And now energy goes up to your crown chakra, and you become one with the God, one with the God that you serve, one with the Creator, one with the life energy, one with who is free, one who is free and express life completely free. Not say one who's happy, but one who is free, one who is completely open, one who is attached. I mean, not attached, who is connected to the entire thing, right? Connection with the wider universe, spiritual wisdom, clarity, gateway to spiritual wisdom. Okay. Um, Matter of fact, you might know some people. They suffer with depression, insomnia, schizo, Alzheimer's, nerve pains, thyroids, pineal gland disorders, neurological disorders, feeling disconnected spiritually, unable to set or maintain goals, lack of directions, isolation and loneliness, inability to connect with others. All them things right there. And again, this right here, crown chakra, is not balanced because the root chakra is messed up, the sacral chakra is messed up, solar plexus is messed up, heart chakra is messed up, and if it's not balanced, you will experience some of these things right here. But that's, you know, that's just life. Now, here's the deal, right? I usually in my classes, I usually do a chakra meditation. We're not doing no chakra meditation. Um, what is going on here? Hold on. I think my Oh, well, I didn't bring the whole slideshow. So that's why. But listen, the point of this right here, is hitting home, Lakeisha. The point of this right here that I wanted to bring to you guys, um, the point of this I wanted to bring to you guys is understanding this right here is real. It affects everything affects the way how we relate to others. Everything affects our dating life. Everything affects, and I think especially now, you see, back in the days, relationships was different because it wasn't we wasn't demanding of people for all these different things. We didn't demand all this damn what do you call it? All this emotional regulation. We didn't demand people who were spiritual and this and that. We didn't demand people who was this and people who was very masculine and people who was tough. We did what worked for us at that time, right? When we dated, it was people who changed our lives. It was people financially, it was better for us to be together, right? Emotionally. But now we have passed that place, right? Now we have passed that place. What am I do? What do you what is chakras? I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. And now it's so much stuff happening that now we are picky. And we want a man or a woman that has this, that has that, that carries this, that carries that, that is this and that. But the thing is, we blocked. We blocked. And it's so hard to find it. It's hard to find something when you can't see it. And when they say when you can't see it, the reason why you have a problem seeing these things in people is because it's blocked in you. You don't realize that it's blocked in you. The reason why it's so difficult to see these things in people, that's why we always fooled. Thank you, Katrina. That's why we always fooled, we always played, we always being lied to, and we always confused. Why? It's because we cannot see it in them because it's not in us. And so when we are blinded because we are blocked, when we don't realize, because everybody says the same thing on social media. I'm looking for this. I want this. I want a man who is this. I want a man who is that. I want a woman who is this. And nobody has it. They don't carry the same things. And so you can see somebody right in front of you, but you can't see them. Somebody right in front of you have this thing, but you can't see it because you're just talking because you heard somebody said, I want somebody who's healed. I want somebody who's financially this. I want somebody who has discipline. I want somebody. But you repeat it because why? Is what everybody repeats. And so in dating today, we repeat the things that everybody repeats just because it sounds good. And maybe this is what I should want. And then when you get what you want, you don't know what to do with it because now you're bored, right? You're bored with it. You feel weird with it. You don't like it. It's not good enough. Why? Because you don't carry that thing neither. And so now in this life, the majority of us are blocked. And so that's why you can't find what you want because you're blocked. Yeah, we want the most, but you blocked as hell. Many are delusional. They think they have many. Yeah, and we got caught up in that society is doing. Nobody wants to do the self work, man. Oh yeah, it's okay. But yeah, many of us, we have all these demands, man. You know how many demands we have on a reg. We have so many demands. What arm do you wear? Yeah. We have so many demands that we have when it comes to dating. We have so many demands. And you know one thing I've learned when it comes to dating too? You know what I've learned when it comes to dating? Somebody told me the other day, I want what you and your wife have. Man, I didn't start out having what me and my wife had. We didn't start out like that shit. We start out struggling. We start out like everyone else. I want what you and your wife have. No, you don't. Because we had to go through something to have. Everybody always want what you have now, but they don't see what you've been through to get it. Kirk, I wish I had your wisdom. You know what I had to go through for my wisdom, for the information that I have. You know what I had to go through to get what I have. I had to go through hell to get it. Right? How did you learn? Because I had to go through hell. I literally went through hell. Look, I want your relationship. Well, then go get one. But understand, when you get the relationship, it's not going to be like you think it's going to look like right now. People are hurt. People are struggling. People are sad. People are hurt. And those are the ones that you have to choose from. Because you think that you're going to choose from the top 10%. No, it's not. Them top 10% don't want you. Somebody that work with them, but nobody wants to do it because nobody has patience. Because your heart is closed, and the reason why we have no patience, where does patience come from? Your heart. Never wish man, but another has. Most couldn't survive. I'm telling you, everybody want. You see, people see. You see how people. We've been seeing these relationship. You see somebody post a picture on social media, and you see a picture, and you say, "Oh my God, I want what they have. Oh my God, if I don't have this, I don't want. If I can't have this, I don't want nothing else." That was built. It wasn't found. It was built. It was not found. It was built. Nobody wants to build anything, yet everybody is entitled to it. Indeed, Karen. Nobody wants to build anything. You want it to come already built. You want that man to come already paying all the bills. You want that man to come already doing all the things that a man do. You want that man to come. You want that woman to come cooking and cleaning. You want that woman to come being, and it doesn't work like that. Indeed, it does not work like that. And so now, how do I do this? Miranda, can you make me big? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. I forgot. I know I should know how to do it, but I forgot. But here we are. Huh? Why don't you ever chakra? I didn't want to go over the constructor because that right there, we gotta pass the other ones first. We gotta pass the other ones first.
I asked you like numerous times over the past like 2 years to do that because that's the one where I'm like stuck at.
The crown chakra?
Yeah, you've never gone over it.
Really? Okay. Let's go over it. Let's go over it.
Please, thank you.
Okay, let's go over it right now. I thought I did. My bad. Um, so Miranda want to go over the crown chakra. And of course, I have to do it because Miranda is my road dog, right? So let me put my glasses on. Why I keep taking them off? So the crown chakra, that color indigo. That color indigo. So the crown chakra, again, let me explain. The crown chakra is said to be. Hold on, let me put my light on. So the crown chakra is not. Remember, these chakras is not a part of your body. They are just a line. Okay, so it's not in the tip of your head. What happened? The crown chakra usually it starts about 2 inches from your head, right? So like right here. Because have you seen a picture of Jesus? If you seen a picture of Jesus, those false, those nonsense pictures, but you see that he always have something above him. that aura is called, that the aura that you may consider is something above him, that's a light right here and around. But the crown chakra is in that area right above, okay, because the energy goes out. Because remember, energy goes up. So the energy that we have from the root chakra to the sacral chakra, everything goes up. So energy, just like a plant, energy, the sunlight goes to the roots and it goes up the tree and goes out to the branches. Okay, then the fruits are last. So energy goes up in the tree. For human beings, energy does the same thing. It goes up from the base of your spine. It travels upwards like this, goes to your heart, goes to your throat chakra, and then it goes to your third eye. And when those are balanced, that energy that goes up now is bam, your crown chakra becomes you become connected to everything now, right? Because now you are that balanced being. You are balanced. And so when you are balanced, one thing that you're gonna experience is this oneness. You're gonna be like one of those monks or one of those beings that's just enlightened, right? Because you'll be free, free from all your blockage, all your emotional pain, all your suffering, somewhat, right? You will be open-minded. You will actually feel and know your intuition will be stronger. Everything will just flow like how it's supposed to flow because what everything is blocked. So the energy is moving perfectly fine up. Now we have people preaching the word of God and doing all these things. Energy cannot flow because they are very obese. So you have all this, emotional trauma. And the thing about this right here, when the energy is flowing up, understand when energy comes to you, have you ever felt offended by the truth before? Have you ever be offended? Hey, Kiona, have you ever felt overly offended by the truth? Somebody talking about your weight or your looks or what you are and what you're not doing and what your finances you feel, because you know why, all those blockages, it filters the emotions. So those emotions, what happens, those emotions and those blockages, it filters. So when the truth comes, your emotions and your blockages filters the truth. And when it filters the truth, you get, the things that you get, you're offended, you feel bad, you feel guilty because why? You're not blocked. So information is not flowing freely. It's not flowing up because it's always stuck. You have to filter it because you've been abused. So whatever you hear the truth, you have to filter that abuse to your abuse system. You feel unsafe, so then you have to filter it to the unsafe. Then it goes through all these areas, and bam, what comes out of your mouth is trash. Does that make sense? After you have filtered out the truth, what comes out is trash. You ever heard somebody read something and the way how they express themselves with it is just angry and bitter? And yes, of course, their throat chakra is open, so they want to have debates and they want to argue and they want to have, hey, listen, debate me. Men ain't shit. Just to have an argument is because your stuff is blocked. And it's so blocked that no information is free within you. And so now the crown chakra says that everything is flowing so beautifully up that nothing has to be forced or filtered, nothing has to be offensive, nothing has to be, and so it just goes and it just feels free. There is nothing blocking you. And so when the crown chakra, a lot of times it's blocked. It's the last one. But to get this unblocked, everything has to be open. Everything has to flow. When everything is flowing, this right here is easier. So the lack of direction, you feel lost, you feel stuck, right? You have a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different identities, because you don't know which one you have or what you are. You are extremely depressed continuously. You feel cut off, right? You can't sleep at night, feeling the peace, right? And so we have to learn that this right here, we have to balance this. Now, if now, don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It's not that it's hard to balance, especially when everything is already balanced. But when you balance this, you can see clearly. You can see everything so clearly. You can see so much so clearly, and nothing really bothers you because what's the big deal? I was telling somebody today. I was telling somebody today. Uh, I said I begin to see the truth when I realized that life was short. And so much things don't bother me anymore. And he said, what made I see things differently? And when I got struck by lightning, it changed my entire life. The day when I got struck by lightning, my whole life changed. Because now I'm like, wait, hold on now. It happened so quick, right? It happened so quick. If you want to balance this chakra, the best thing to do is balance the other ones. Self-awareness. But you know what I do? I like to take a deep breath in. And as I take my deep breath in, let me tell you how I do sometimes for my quick my quick balance. I like to take a deep breath in. And as I take a deep breath in, I know where these chakras are aligned. And so one breath, I bring it up, I connect. So first thing first is secure. I feel safe. So the beginning of my breath, I know is based on my spine. So I feel safe. Then I feel free. As I inhale, I feel powerful, then I feel loved, then I feel the truth in me, then I feel connected, and then I feel oneness. And it's one breath. And when I do this on a regular basis, that one breath travels up the center of your body, of the base, from the base of your spine to the top, to the crown of your head. And as I do this on a regular basis, I connect intentionally all my chakras. I align all my chakras. And as it goes up the same way. Now, this right here is something that I do when I'm by myself some days, when I don't feel like sitting down for a long time doing all this chanting and stuff. Okay. I see stuff and I run nuts. Yeah, yeah, Karen. And so that's how I learned to balance myself in a better way. But self-awareness is the key for all these things, man. And you have to be open. You have to heal your trauma. Listen, the things that you've been through at the young age, forgiveness and all them things is a reason why you are asked to forgive. Is a reason why you are asked, to be aware. Is a reason why you are asked to let go of the anger and the insecurities and the all these things. You have to let go of all those things, man. Balancing processes to stand straight, shoulders back. Keep your spine erect. And so this is the crown chakra. But one of the best things to do, man, one of the best things to do is to balance your other chakras. Balance your other chakras. Be open. Be open to life. Understand life is short. But I'm telling you, when your crown chakra is balanced, man, all this crap that we have, all these issues, you realize that you are one being and yet you are connected to everything. Everything you are connected to. And I'm talking about finances, happiness, joy, peace, love, sexual, this, health. Everything is all one. It's just that you keep dividing them based on your identity. You divide everything based on the way how you think, based on who you think you are. That's how we divide things. Everything is one energy. Yet you don't think this, you don't like this, you reject this based on how you was raised, right? You reject this idea, you reject that, and so you divide this energy so much that you have broke off into branches, and now you broke, you're sad, you're miserable, you're unhappy, you're this, you're that. Listen, if you just come back as one, you will see everything begins to be abundant. Everything begins to be abundant. Everything becomes an abundance if you just reconnect back to the creator. But that's the hardest thing for people because your life has showed you something different. Your parents have showed you something different. And so again, dating and relationship becomes hard because again, you are separated. So you can't see nothing. So you have to depend on people's actions and the behavior. You can't see a damn thing. When it comes to dating and relationships, you are trying to see what the other person is doing so that you can know. When you are connected, you see everything anyways, no matter what they're doing or not. Because one thing that when you are connected to the higher self, to the higher power, one thing that you're going to realize that you're going to see everything. Yeah, closed mindedness. You're going to see everything. Everything will make sense. Everything will stand out. No matter what their actions are doing, everything will make sense. But again, this right here is the crown chakra. You have to balance your stuff, man. Listen, your chakras affect the way how you balance. I mean, how you see things and people. Is that good, Miranda? Up. Oh, good, good, good. I'm glad. Somebody, Karen asked me. She said, "Talk about building phase. It costs you everything, man. Listen, when it comes to building, man, people say, I want what you have, but you don't understand. You don't understand what made what what's the word, Miranda? people, I want what you have, but people don't understand the materials that it took you to build those things of what you have. Do you know what I mean?
Understand the sacrifice, the loss that somebody goes through,
Yeah.
the mental stress.
Mhm.
Most people would not be mental pressure. They would have a mental breakdown if they actually had to go through things that most people go through to get those things.
Indeed. They don't understand that the pride that you had to sit through, the pride, the ego that you had to, let me just, right? Because to have a relationship, a decent relationship, listen, you have to sacrifice. We call it our peace. It's not peace. Sometimes you have to be disturbed. You gotta be, you have to be disturbed because in our jobs we don't mind being disturbed, right? Because we will be disturbed in our job. We will be disturbed with our kids. But when it comes to relationships, for some reason, we think that it should just come so nicely and it looks so pretty. And if it's not, then I don't want it. That's what we think. But that's not how it works. And so when people say, "Oh, I want what you have, Kirk," man, shit, what I had, shoot, what you see now took 10 years, 11, 12. You know, what you see now, Kirk, your wife looks so peaceful. Yeah, that you didn't see her before. Miranda, nobody seen her before. Looking a hot mess.
That's how it goes. Where most people are unwilling to actually help people through their triggers in a relationship. Instead, they see it for like, at this amount, like I'm not putting up with this. I can, like, everybody's disposable nowadays in the minds of everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want things that you actually say you want, then anything that's worth, any sort of value is going to take some sort of effort.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes effort. You know, the thing, I want what you have, Kirk, but you don't understand, the healing that, in the relationship that I had to find. You know? I mean, we all
It doesn't mean being in pain all the time. Love doesn't equal hurt. If they're not willing to cooperate and you're trying to chase them all over the damn place to get them to communicate, then obviously that's not going to be the effort you want to put into it. But if they are willing to try just as hard as you are, then deal with their shit because they're dealing with yours.
Yeah.
Kid.
And but you know what you just said?
And Tim, bless his heart, some of the things that Tim had to put up, I don't even know if I want to talk about it.
Man, listen. But you know what you just said? You said deal with their shit because they gotta deal with yours. Here's the thing about that. Nobody realized that they bring shit too. Why is that? How come nobody wants to realize that they bring shit in the relationship? Everybody keep looking at the other person's shit, but nobody looks at their shit that they're bringing. And when you can't see your shit, you always looking at their shit, and you always think, yeah, yeah.
Time that we can trigger. Biggest way that like helped me, as soon as I got some sort of physical sensation in my body being triggered, especially if it was anger, of course, because that's an easy one nowadays. I would focus on that spot on my body. So like I would feel it in my chest or the back of my neck.
Mhm.
I actually put my hand on my heart, put my hand on the back of my neck because your mind will instantly send that focus to whatever's touching you.
Yeah.
Like you can't help it. It will do it. And whatever's external to you that's perceiving or perceived to be causing any sort of anger will actually just kind of like fall away to the wayside. And all of a sudden, just as quick as that anger flares up, it'll go away about 30 seconds. And then you become aware of something because you don't lose the ability to rationalize or use logic. That's what happens in those moments whenever it's like, I just reacted, man, I didn't mean to. I didn't even realize I did it. That's because we've cut off contact and we lost our ability to use logic in that moment.
Indeed.
And so you want to maintain that kind of ability to rationalize whenever you get triggered, but you do that by going inward and focusing on yourself instead of them. The lack of self-awareness is the main problem in society right now.
Indeed. I have a question. The question, how do you help someone through their triggers? One's triggers are theirs to unpack and address. You help somebody with their triggers by not by walking on eggshells. You help somebody with their triggers by allowing them to deal with it in their way, right? Because now, if they deal with their triggers and always doing something that's, harmful or now, because you can't help somebody, their triggers is for them to find their way in. Because I think a lot of us, man, here's the deal when it comes to these triggers. The way how what a trigger is a place within us that is not free, right? There are things in us that's not free. And when that area is not free, we call it a trigger because what it does, it causes us to react because we are not free in that area. And so it is not your job to fix somebody's triggers. It's your job to look at yours and see how that you have a choice and how you deal with your own triggers. And you have to realize why you are triggered that way, right? But understand that when you see that you are being reactive and you are doing all these things, that means you are not free in that area. When you see that you are not free in that area, you have to become aware of that. You see, when you become aware of that you are not free in that area, now there's something that will come to you. It was something that tells you, hey, I'm not free here. How do I fix this? Why am I not free here? What did I? And I don't have to go back in my past. I don't have to figure it out in my past. What I can do, I can say, you know what? I have a choice on how I choose to react in this. Now that I see that I'm not free here, let me become free here. It happened. My past is my past. It happened, but now I have a way in how I choose to react. When you begin to choose to react continuously a certain way, that becomes a new habit. It becomes a new habit, right? And when it becomes a new habit, that energy takes over. But oftentimes, what we see is somebody thinking that they have to go back as a child and do unhealed traumas, and that's your reason and that's your excuse. This is the present. Your present is the present, right? Hey, Melissa, this is your present. Your presence is not. It's just now that you are so used to react in a certain way. You are so used to behave in a certain way. You are so used to think in a certain way. Not now to think differently is difficult because it doesn't match. You know what I realized, Miranda, lately? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I realized. Something that I become aware of. So I moved from my home. I bought a home here, but I was just renting another home that I just moved to this one, right? And the home that I moved to is on the street for my last home that I was renting, right? The home that I moved to, the home that I bought is in the same neighborhood. I just moved one street before that one coming home. And let me tell you what I've done. I have noticed. When I'm coming home, I realize I pass my street going to the other street where my old home was. And I realize it's just a natural thing because I'm still thinking that way. I'm so used to driving that way and going past the street that I live on to go to my other home that I'm like, oh, sure. So I have to be mindful now when I'm coming to my neighborhood to turn on the right street. This is how we deal with triggers the same way. We in the same neighborhood all the time, driving around, missing our turns, not realizing when I come to this neighborhood, when I come to this realization, let me become aware of where I turn. This is the same exact thing. It's a pattern. And so now it's not because I need to go on and reroute my destination. I need to, Kurt, I can drive by my house and come back. No. Let me be present when I'm driving. When I'm present, now I can build a new habit which coming into my road. So when I come in my neighborhood, I'm present. I'm aware. And lately, I stopped doing it. I just turn on my road, and again and again and again. I still realize after doing that, once in a while, I might pass it again when I'm not present, when I'm not aware, when something is on my mind. See, most of us, you have to learn how you deal with triggers is that you have to learn to be aware. You have to learn to be present on a regular basis. When you are present and you see how something hits you, when you realize that you are not free, it is your moment to become free and choose to react how you react. When you are not free, you are reacting the way how you are used to reacting, what feels natural. That's how we deal with triggers. But you don't have, listen, your partners, Lord have mercy. It's not that it's hard, it's just a behavioral change. It's just a habit. Hey, Tamara, it's just a habit that you have to keep building. It's just a continuous habit. So that's how we deal with trauma. Now, many of us, we are gonna Being able to have a lasting relationship is a process of lots of communication. Indeed. But yeah, listen, back to the relationship stuff, man. We don't meet people as how we like to meet them. Relationships are built. It's built. It's built on a whole bunch of crap. And I think our problems now is that we have heard the ideal man and ideal woman. We have heard the idea of what's the ideal man and what's the ideal woman. Then that's what we want to meet now. You don't meet those people on a regular basis. You really don't. You don't meet those people like that. Hey, Ashley, what you do, you meet somebody who has a similar idea. You meet somebody who has a similar goal. And when you meet that person, when you begin to build with that person and be with that person, after a while, it begins to you begin to be on the same team. And that's what we have to learn. But we want to meet somebody who's the perfect one right now. And so if I can't meet this person, then I can't. We are too old. But some of us don't realize that even though we are old, we have some shit that we ain't dealt with yet. We in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and we are just raggedy. Lane, I bet most people miss. We have the emotion before we are aware of it. Indeed. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miranda. Talk the talk.
Okay, so what you had just explained with basically like your subconscious had taken over because that neural pathway is so thick, it's so used to, going that route. So that's the direction that it's going to fire in your neurons. And it's no different than we can control our breathing, our blinking, and our swallowing whenever we put our focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
But once we take that focus away, the subconscious takes over and it starts to do it automatically.
Right.
And so the subconscious, especially the limbic system and the brainstem, will constantly scan for threats, rewards, and changes in the environment before we're consciously aware, or we even notice any threat or reward or change to be had. Like our subconscious will realize that before our conscious mind does. And these deeply embedded brain structures will trigger an emotional response automatically, like a reflex, before we have a chance to even think about it. So once the subconscious triggers that emotion, the body follows with a chemical response. So like if you're stressed, there'll be cortisol, like anger, oxytocin, dopamine for love, pleasure, serotonin, whatever. If you eat something that's really good or exercise. The conscious mind notices these bodily changes. That's when the awareness comes into play, is the changes in the body, the feelings that you get from the emotions. And like your pounding heart, not in your stomach. And that's what brings the subconscious emotion into conscious feeling. And an example of this would be like when you get startled and you hear a loud noise, you don't go, oh, that is scary. Like you jump and go, oh, shit, that scared the crap out of me. Like that shows you that your body has the reaction without you having any control over it. One of the best examples I can actually come up with.
Yeah.
The more that this happens, the faster that trigger will happen each time if you do not run interference on it. And so the problem is that the interpretation that we place, or the story that we tell ourselves, the meaning we give these situations and sensations that we have in our body, sends the signal back to the subconscious, reinforces that neural pathway, and will strengthen that emotional pattern. And so, like in between the subconscious reflex and reaction and the conscious labeling of the physical sensation in the body is where this change has to take place to rewrite any previous programming.
Yeah.
I hear you. Makes any sense?
It makes sense.
If I get startled by something, instead of going crap that scared the shit out of me, if I go, okay, it was just a door slamming, it's not that big a deal, instead of labeling it as fear, it will eventually go away. The problem is it has to be done numerous times. I've given you the example of the can getting crunched. I used to jump every time a can was crunched because whenever I was a child, a can getting crunched meant that there was a 50-50 chance there was going to be some sort of physical altercation in my house. And so I had Tim start crunching the cans louder. And every time that I would have a startle response, I would put my hand on my heart and I would speak out loud to myself, I'm safe. There's nothing going on. It's okay. And after about 2 months of doing this constantly, multiple times a day, Tim's actually the one that noticed it. He's like, you didn't jump this time. And I'm like, damn, you're right. and I haven't jumped since. And simultaneously with that can crunching, the sound of the recliner going down, like when you lock the little foot part back in, I don't jump to that anymore either, because that was associated with the can getting crunched. The guy drinking the beer in the recliner and putting the thing down and crunching the can, and I didn't even realize they were connected.
Yeah.
But it's just things that we have. But that's only happens if you go within and have self-awareness. Because how am I supposed to fix that trigger if I don't even know what's triggering?
We have to learn to be present. Without being present, you don't fix anything. There's nothing, if you can't be present, you will just make excuses, and you always be, you'll always react. And that's what people do. React. They react and react and react, thinking that they don't have a choice, not realizing that your reaction is a damn choice, because it means that you are choosing not to be present. You are not being present because of anything. You are choosing not to be present because it's uncomfortable for everyone, especially in the beginning. Being present is very uncomfortable at first because it takes your awareness from everything else. It removes your awareness. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Did I tell you every time I sneeze, it means something? Was it you? Was it you I told that? Yeah.
Actually, no, I couldn't think of it. I think you did mention. I think it was your
Thank you.
itching. I don't think it was sneezing.
No, it was sneezing. It's sneezing. But I
sneeze.
I forgot. I forgot.
I'm laughing at the comment on TikTok. Sorry.
Hey, Candice, how you doing? Long time no see. Hey, hey, Quarter. Hey, hey, Pamela. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, you said what it means? It means, yeah, no, I don't want to talk about sneezing. I'll talk about it some other time. It's just how I process information. I process information with sneezing. It's just for me. I learn. There's a reason why I sneeze. There's a reason why you sneeze when somebody talking to you, and there's a reason why we all sneeze. So let me tell you what I learned. Oftentimes, a sneeze, if you're talking to someone or if somebody talking to you, and you sneeze or they sneeze, oftentimes is the way how you process information, and it makes sense. When something makes sense, when something is real, when something vibrates in you, you sneeze. A matter of fact, oftentimes you might even realize when you talk. Have you ever been talking to somebody and you keep seeing them yawn? Oftentimes that yawn represents you are processing information, and so your brain is working so much to process it that you just yawning, right? And so oftentimes it's just information being processed. So I didn't know this until recently, especially because every time I talk to some people, I sneeze. I'm like, what does it mean? So I began to look up and pay attention because I couldn't understand it. I think I even told Susan, was it you I told Susan? I even told Susan on the chat. I'm like, Susan, every time I talk to somebody, there's a reason why I sneeze. And I'm like, what is going on? But then I just figured it out. I sneeze when it makes truth. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense is a fact. So yeah, so maybe what you say makes sense. Is a fact. I agree. That's what my sneeze. Seriously, and I don't understand why. It's that intuitive thing. It's very intuitive. It's just crazy.
Essentially, a trigger that's not really it's not a negative trigger.
Right.
It would be a trigger because triggers can be positive associations too. It's actually things that same mechanisms that trigger things like addiction, like craving for something, wanting to do a certain behavior repetitively. If there's a certain environmental stressor that comes into play. Yours, it seems like if you want to remember something, it'll make you sneeze to bring attention to whatever it is, because that's how you remember things if you associate it with bringing that back to your awareness, kind of like whenever you were driving.
Yeah. But in this, usually my sneeze is when somebody's talking to me, and it makes sense. Usually, that's what it happens.
Because you do sneeze a lot whenever. I think you do at least once or twice every time that we talk on the phone.
I sneeze, yeah. I sneeze.
You had allergies.
No, I don't have allergies. I don't have allergies. My system is pretty smooth. I just have certain things that I do I had never understood. Yeah, because I told you before too. Yeah. But listen, I have to go cook. I gotta go cook. Huh?
What are you gonna cook?
I don't know yet. I have to figure it out. Some chicken though, some baked chicken probably. So I have to go cook. I have to get out of here because it's already 6 o'clock and I ain't start cooking yet. No, I think I'm gonna have a late dinner.
Chicken's fast.
I hope so.
Chicken's fast. It'll be good.
I hope so. Thanks for joining us, man. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your conversation. I will see you guys later. I hope this. By the way, I hope this live on the chakras and the how you balance the chakras and how the block chakras. Thank you, Susan. I hope that made sense when it came to your dating and relationship. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense. I hope it meant brought some type of maybe I'm blocked and that's why I keep attracting these men or these women because I think that's the reality that was what I wanted. What do you think, Miranda?
Yeah, no, I think it was. I think it's pretty spot on. Another reference that people can look up is the 7 Essene mirrors of relationships. Like you basically express the part that how people would be attracted to you. The Essene mirrors would be the other side of it, things that you find yourself attracted to in other people that you're looking for that you might not be aware of. They kind of match up with the chakras.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay.
Well, thank you for explaining the crown chakra thing finally. It
Yes.
actually filled in a couple of little gaps for me.
Oh, good, good.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
You're very welcome. I will talk to you guys later. Y'all be blessed. All right. Let me get off of here. Let me go cook. I might even give you some food later on. Hey, love you too, Miranda. Be easy.
Bye.
Bye. Have a blessed night. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for being present. All right. I will see you guys later and be blessed.